Hey everybody, it's Keegan here. I'm back with another video for you guys, and it's time for another collection video once again. So the other day I did the 2025 edition of my DVD collection, and today we're finally going to be doing the 2025 edition of my Blu-ray and 4K Blu-ray collection. Now, I got a big collection of Blu-rays and 4K Blu-rays. I have a total of 723 Blu-rays, and I have a total of 70 4K Blu-rays. So yeah, I have quite a bit of movies and some TV shows to show. So this is going to be a big video. And because of that, I'm not going to say too much about every single movie and TV show that I own because that's just going to take too long. I'll try to get through these as quickly as I can, but I'll stop and say a couple things about a certain movie or a certain TV show. You know how it is. So this is going to be a very long video. So I don't have anything else to add, so sit back, relax, grab some popcorn or get your favorite snack or whatever, and let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So as always, we'll be starting on the very top of the shelf with my box sets, and we got a little skeleton head there just for fun. It's like a little decoration. Starting up, we got the Bourne trilogy with the Bourne Identity, the Bourne Supremacy, and the Bourne Ultimatum. And not included with the box set, I also have the Bourne Legacy and Jason Bourne. And then we got the Friday the 13th box set from Scream Factory. I love that set. It's one of my favorite box sets that I have. You have all 11 movies plus the remake from 2009. A really great set. And then we got the Hills Have Eyes unrated collection with the Hills Have Eyes and the Hills Have Eyes 2. The remakes, that is. And then we got the Indiana Jones 4 movie collection. Really cool set. I don't have the Dial of Destiny, and I'm not in a big rush to getting that one because I was not a fan of that movie. And then we got It's a Wonderful Life. Really great set. Comes with a little ornament. The box is a little crushed because I found this at a store, but the box was a little crushed, but that's alright. It's a great movie. I watch it every Christmas. And then we got the James Bond collection from Dr. No to Spectre. And we got No Time to Die as well. And then we got Jaws in this little VHS clamshell box, which is pretty cool. It's classic. Shit, I'll just put that back in a moment. And then we got the John Cassavetes 5-film collection with Shadows, Faces, A Woman Under the Influence, The Killing of a Chinese Bookie, and Opening Night. Really great set. I think The Killing of a Chinese Bookie is probably my favorite out of all of them. And they've got the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Resident Evil collection with the first 5 movies. I need to get the last one at some point. And we got the Sony Pictures 30 Years box set on 4K. I love that set. It's got a great collection of movies. And then we got The Sopranos, the complete series, Twin Peaks, the television collection. I do have Firewalk with me, but it's in the Criterions. And then we got Wanted, the West Side Story 50th Anniversary Edition box set. I'm not really a big fan of musicals, but I do have that box set because I really like that set. It's really cool. And then we got the World of Wong Kar-wai box set from Criterion. A really cool set. And those are the box sets that I own. Now we're on the first row of my shelf. Starting up, we got 3 from Hell, 310 to Yuma, the remake, 8 Mile, 12 Years a Slave, 21 Grams, 21 Jump Street. I need to get 22 Jump Street at some point. Oops. 30 Days a Night, really fun vampire movie. There was also a sequel called 30 Days a Night Dark Days, which I used to have, but I got rid of it recently because that movie was not very good. Just stick with the first 30 Days a Night. It's a fun vampire movie. The 40-Year-Old Virgin, 127 Hours, 500 Days of Summer, 2001 A Space Odyssey on 4K, 2001 Maniacs, that's a fun one. I never seen the original 2000 Maniacs. The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford. Atomic Blonde on 4K. I actually really enjoyed this one. I know this one's supposed to be getting a sequel, and hopefully that one will be good. Akira, classic. Alien Covenant. I have the first 4 Alien movies on DVD. I need to upgrade those to Blu-ray. I also have Prometheus, but we'll get to that one when we get to the P's. I don't have Alien Romulus yet, but I'll probably get that one someday. All Good Things. American Beauty, classic. American Gangster on 4K. American History X on Blu-ray, one of my favorites. American Hustle. American Psycho. Anatomy and Anatomy 2 double feature. The first one's is a pretty good German horror film. The second one's alright. I like the first one though. Antiviral. Anomalisa. Appaloosa. I picked this one up recently from a thrift store, as you can tell by the sticker there. Hate it when they put stickers there. Apocalypse Now. The horror. The horror. Apocalypto. The Artist. I'll keep this one out. Arrival. Across the Universe. I'll put that one over there. Avatar. It's a good movie. I don't think it really needed to be a franchise, but that's just my opinion. I don't have the second one. I thought the second one was alright. I'm not in a big rush to getting it, though. The Autopsy of Jane Doe. Away We Go. Baby Driver. Babel. Bad Santa. That movie's hilarious. I'm not in a big rush to watching the second one because I heard the second one sucks. Bad Times at the El Royale. The Bank Job. Barbie. The 1989 Batman. That Battle Royale collection. It comes with Battle Royale, Battle Royale 2, and some bonus features, and on DVD. I've only seen the first Battle Royale movie and I really enjoyed it. I need to watch the second one at some point. Beetlejuice. Awesome movie. The sequel is pretty good. I have seen it, but I don't own it. I'll probably get the second one day. Beautiful Boy. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead. Beverly Hills Cop. The Big Lebowski. Classic. Is this your homework, Larry? Excuse me. Birdman. Black Hawk Down. Black Swan. Black Snake Moan. Blade Runner. Blade Runner 2049. Blood Diamond. Bone Tomahawk. Boogie Nights, one of my favorites. The Boondock Saints, awesome movie. And the Boondock Saints 2. A lot of people didn't like the second one. It's alright. It's not that great, but it's not as bad. I personally didn't think it was as bad as a lot of people say it is. Just stick with the first movie, though. The first movie's much better. Boys in the Hood. A double feature with Bram Stoker's Dracula and Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. I never did see Frankenstein. I liked Bram Stoker's Dracula. Brokeback Mountain. The Bronson Triple Threat Collection with Death Wish 2, Death Wish 3, and Death Wish 4. I have the first Death Wish movie in my steelbooks, and I need to get the fifth one at some point. Bruno. Buffalo 66. Bullet Train. I actually watched this one recently. It's a fun movie. Buried. The Butterfly Effect. Caligula. Capote. Cape Fear, the original, and the remake. I actually prefer the remake over the original. The original's still a great movie, but I don't know. I just like the remake better. Castaway. Casino. Carlito's Way. Challengers, one of my favorite movies from last year. Changing Lanes.
Changeling, Chinatown, Children of Men, Chronicle, Citizen Kane, Clerks 3. I have the first two Clerks movies on DVD. A Clockwork Orange, Cloverfield, Climax. That's a crazy movie. Closer, Collateral, Come True, Coming to America on 4K. Hilarious movie. Don't bother with the second one. The second one was garbage. Coraline. Great movie. Screw you, Neil Gaiman. Contact. Cosmopolis. I like David Cronenberg, but this is probably my least favorite Cronenberg movie I've seen. I don't know. This movie just was not very good. But I still have it because I like Cronenberg. I have almost all his movies except for Crimes of the Future, and I do look forward to Cronenberg's newest movie coming out at the end of the month. Crimson Tide. Rest in peace, Gene Hackman. And, excuse me. Crank 1 and 2. Crazy Heart. The Crazies, the remake. I've never seen the original, but I have seen the remake and I liked it. I'll probably check out the original one day. A Cure for Wellness. A Dangerous Method. Daybreakers. Awesome vampire movie. Daredevil. Not as bad as a lot of people say it is. I actually don't mind it. I mean, it's not a great movie or anything, but I personally didn't mind it for what it was. Dark Shadows. The Dark Knight Trilogy. Dallas Buyers Club. The Devil Wears Prada. Or wait. No, The Devil Wears Prada. My mistake. Dead Poet Society. Deadpool 2. I don't have the first Deadpool movie. I have seen the first and third movie and this one. The first one's hilarious. The second one's really fun, although I haven't seen this one since I saw it in theaters. I didn't really like Deadpool and Wolverine that much, so I'm not in a big rush to getting that one. But, yeah. Death Proof. Delicatessen on 4K. This is an import. The 4K is region A, B, and C, but the Blu-ray is only region B. But, yeah, this is one of the few imports that I own. Great movie. Deliverance. The Descent. The Departed, my favorite Scorsese movie. The Devil's Rejects. The Die Hard Collection with all 5 Die Hard movies. District 9. District 13. District 13 Ultimatum. Django Unchained. Dr. Sleep. Great sequel to The Shining. I actually really enjoyed this one. And I honestly prefer the director's cut over the theatrical cut. But, yeah. Even though I've only watched the director's cut. Donnie Brasco and Donnie Brasco extended cut. I think this version's pretty hard to find. I found this one at a thrift store a while ago, and I decided to pick that one up. It's a pretty good mob movie. I gotta watch the extended cut sometime. Doubt. Great movie. Shit. Stuck. The Doom Generation. I'd like to get the Criterion of that one. Don't ask why I have this. Dragon Ball Evolution. I only bought it just to see how bad it is. I haven't watched it yet. I just gotta be in the right mood to watch a movie that I know is going to be shitty. So yeah. The Dragon Tattoo Trilogy. Drive. Drive Angry. That's a fun Nick Cage movie. David Lynch's Dune. Dune. The Dennis Villeneuve one. And Dune Part 2. Ed Wood. 8th Grade. El Mariachi and Desperado. El Mariachi's an awesome movie. I haven't watched Desperado yet. I gotta watch that one at some point. Elysium. Enemy at the Gates. Enter the Void. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I like the movie, but I think it's very overrated. But it's still a fun movie to watch. But I still think it's overrated. But yeah, Eyes Wide Shut, The Evil Dead, the original, awesome movie, and Evil Dead 2, which I actually watched for the first time very recently, and I loved it. I don't have Army of Darkness yet, but I'll get that one day. The Exorcism of Emily Rose, Expendables 2, The Exorcist, Fargo, The Favorite, A Few Good Men, Fight Club, Fight Club, Fight Club, Fight Club, Fight Club, Fight Club. I'm just kidding. Awesome movie. The Fighter, Flight, The Fifth Element, First Blood, and the last one for this row, Final Destination 5. I have the first 4 movies on DVD.
Here we are on the second row. We have Four Brothers. Just put that up there. Four Rooms, another import. This one's imported from Australia and is region free. Full Metal Jacket. The Fly, that's the remake. Frankenhooker, that's a funny movie. The French Dispatch. Fright Night, the original. The Frighteners. From Paris with Love. Funny People. The Ghost Rider. Gangs of New York. David Fincher's The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Gladiator. I actually watched this one for the first time a couple months ago and I really enjoyed it. The sequel was okay. I think the sequel was really unnecessary. I'll probably get the second one day, but I don't know. I'm not in a big rush to getting it though. Glass. I hated this movie. Gone with the Wind. Ooh, that one's backwards. Gone Girl. Probably my favorite Fincher movie, tied with Seven. The Goonies. The Godfather Coppola restoration with all 3 movies. I also have the Steelbook for Godfather 1 and 2, which we'll get to when we get to the Steelbooks. And the recut version of Part 3, The Death of Michael Corleone. Believe it or not, I still have not watched this yet. I have seen The Godfather Part 3, but not that version of the movie. I know, I should really get around to watching that one at some point. Good Morning Vietnam. Goodfellas on 4K. Good Time. Hacksaw Ridge. The Hangover, classic. The Hangover Part 2. And The Hangover Part 3. I really like the first Hangover movie. I think that one's the best. The second one's pretty good. It's not as good as the first one, but I still thought it was fun to watch. I didn't like Hangover 3. I didn't really like the Hangover Part 3 that much. I don't know. It just wasn't as good and just wasn't really that funny. And I don't know. It just wasn't as memorable as the first 2, but I still have it anyways. The original Halloween on 4K. I'd like to get the Scream Factory release of this one at some point. Hardcore Henry. That's a fun one. The Hateful Eight. Heat. And rest in peace, Val Kilmer, who recently just passed away the other day. Yeah, he was a good actor. May he rest in peace. Her. Hereditary. Heavenly Creatures, which is pretty hard to find. This one's out of print. That's a pretty good, that's a great Peter Jackson movie. Really underrated in my opinion. Heavy Metal. Hell or High Water. Hellraiser, the original. Awesome movie. High Tension, aka Switchblade Romance, which is the name of it if you live in Europe. The History of Violence. Hobo with a Shotgun. Another double feature with Hollow Man and Hollow Man 2. The Holy Mountain. Holy Spider. House of a Thousand Corpses. I'll just put that up there for right now.
Hotel Rwanda, Hugo, Home Alone, The Hunger, Hustle and Flow, The Hurt Locker, I Am Love, great Luca Guadagnino movie, I Spit on Your Grave, the original and the remake, I Saw the Devil, The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, which was actually Heath Ledger's last movie before he passed away. Itchy the Killer, watched this one for the first time recently. Pretty crazy movie. Inception, The Incredibles 2, In Time. I picked this one up at a thrift store a while ago. Haven't watched it yet. Indian Horse, Into the Wild, Infinity Pool, Inglourious Bastards. I'd like to get the Arrow video release of this one at some point. Inherent Vice, Inside Out, Interview with the Vampire, Isle of Dogs, It Follows. I honestly thought this one was a little bit overrated, but I'll probably give this one another chance. I know this one's supposed to be getting a sequel called They Follow. Jackass 3, Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa, Jackie Brown, Jerry Maguire, John Wick Chapter 2, and John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. I need to get the fourth one at some point. Junkhead, Juno, Jojo Rabbit, Joker. I liked the first Joker movie. I hated the second one. I do not plan on getting the second one. The second movie was terrible. Kick-Ass. That's a fun one. The Kids Are All Right. Kinds of Kindness. Another one of my favorites from last year. I actually really enjoyed this one. I know some people didn't like it, but yeah, I loved it. I saw this one in theaters on my birthday and really enjoyed it. Kingsman: The Secret Service. Kill Bill Volume 1. Kill Bill Volume 2, The Killing of a Sacred Deer, Killing Them Softly, Knives Out, LA Confidential, awesome movie. Oh, just Lady Bird, The Last Duel, Last Night in Soho, Late Night with the Devil, Lawless, The Lego Movie, The Lego Movie 2, Leviathan, Licorice Pizza, The Lighthouse, The Lobster, that's a weird one, Looper, Lords of Dogtown, Logan, The Missionist, Magnolia, amazing movie, Mad God, The Man with No Name trilogy, comes with A Fistful of Dollars for a few dollars more, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Manchester by the Sea, Man on Fire, Maps of the Stars, Mars Attack, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, pardon me, The Master, The Mask of Zorro, The Matrix. Believe it or not, I still haven't watched this one yet. Memento, Men, that's a pretty weird one. I actually thought this one was pretty good. I know most people didn't like it, but yeah, I didn't mind this one. Men of Honor, The Menu. I honestly did not care for this movie. I honestly thought it was really overrated. And over here we got the A24 release of Midsommar Director's Cut. I love that movie. Anywho, Menace to Society. I'd like to get the Criterion of that one. Midnight in Paris. Great movie. The Midnight Meat Train. Minari. Or Minari. I don't know how you pronounce that one. Miracle on 34th Street. The Original. Mirrors. Moon. Moonlight. Moonage Daydream. Great movie. Mother. I honestly thought this one was alright. Monster House, Monsters Inc., A Most Violent Year. I picked this one up recently, haven't watched it yet. The remake of My Bloody Valentine. I have the original in my Screen Factory stuff. We'll get to that one later. The Nightmare on Elm Street collection with all the movies except for Freddy vs. Jason, and the 2010 remake. Nobody, really fun movie. I'm looking forward to the second one coming out in August, I believe. No Country for Old Men. I like to get the Criterion of that one. The Neon Demon, The Northman, Offspring. This one was alright. Old. It's so bad. It's good. Like, it's hilariously entertaining despite how ridiculous it is. On the Rocks. 1 Hour Photo. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I know they recently announced a sequel that's going to be coming out on Netflix and directed by David Fincher. I don't know how I feel about that. I think this should have just been a standalone movie, but we'll see how it goes. Oppenheimer on 4K. Patton. Paprika. Parasite. The Patriot. The People vs. Larry Flint. And the last one for the second row, Perfume, The Story of a Murderer. Here we are on the third row. We have Pearl. I also have X, but I don't have Maxine yet. I'll probably get Maxine at some point. Pearl Harbor. Pig. The Place Beyond the Pines. Phantom Thread. Planet Terror. The Prestige. Primal Fear. Prometheus. Phone Booth. Private Parts, that's a funny movie. Poltergeist, the original. Poltergeist 2 and 3. I do not plan on getting the remake anytime soon. Poor Things. I love this movie. I saw it twice in theaters. It was so good, and this was also my favorite movie of 2023. Fucking amazing movie. Possessor. Punisher Warzone. I actually really enjoyed this one. Rest in peace, Ray Stevenson. Pulp Fiction. Classic. And right here, I actually got the Reservoir Dogs soundtrack on cassette. Just have it up here. Just because. Psycho Goreman. That's a fun one. The Raid collection with the Raid and the Raid. The Raid Redemption and the Raid 2. Awesome movies. The first one's really good, and I like the second one better, but the first one's still really good. Excellent action movies that I recommend. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Ready Player One. The Reader. Resident Evil Degeneration, one of the animated Resident Evil movies. I actually thought this one was pretty good. Reservoir Dogs. Repo, the Genetic Opera. That's a fun one. The Relic. Revenge, from the same director of The Substance. I want to get The Substance in my collection because I love that one. And that was tied with Anora as my favorite movie of last year. But yeah, this one was good. It's kind of like a much better version of I Spit on Your Grave, I'd say. Revolutionary Road. Richard Jewell. And over here we got the Rocky Horror Picture Show, The Ruins, Rush, Saturday Night Fever, Savages, Saving Private Ryan on 4K, Saw 2, probably my favorite one in the series, Saw 3, 4, 5, 6, and what was the final chapter until Jigsaw came out, or this one's also titled Saw 3D. Yeah, I don't have a Jigsaw Spiral or Saw X yet, but I'll get those ones eventually. A Scanner Darkly, Scarface on 4K, Scream 2. I have the first Scream on DVD. I really need to upgrade that one to Blu-ray, but I have the sequels here on Blu-ray with Scream 2, great sequel. Scream 3, I actually didn't think this one was as bad as a lot of people say it is. I actually enjoyed this one. Scream 4, probably my least favorite one in the series, but it's still not bad. But I do have to give it credit because this was Wes Craven's last movie. Scream 2022, or Scream 5 is what I call it. I hate that they just titled this one Scream and not Scream 5. I actually haven't watched this one yet. Same with Scream 6. And I know Scream 7 is supposed to be coming out next year. So, yeah. Schindler's List. Searching. Secretary. A Serbian film. That's a fucked up movie. I'm actually looking forward to the documentary on this movie titled A Serbian Documentary. I'm hoping that's coming out this year. I'm actually be curious about that documentary. Serpico. 7 pounds. Shaun of the Dead, awesome movie. Shame, The Shawshank Redemption, my second favorite movie of all time. Shutter Island on 4K. The Shining, classic. Sin City, A Dame to Kill For. Silver Linings Playbook. The Sixth Sense. Sleepy Hollow. Skinamarink. It's alright. It's not terrible like some people say it is, but it definitely wasn't my cup of tea. I'll say that. It was alright though. The Skin I Live In. They really got to give this one a new release because that is a very good movie, but unfortunately this Blu-ray is long out of print. Sky Captain in the World of Tomorrow. I know this one's going to be getting a Shout Factory release this year. Snatch, classic. The original Snow White. I do not plan on watching the live action remake of Snow White. Before you ask, I'm not going to watch it. Snowden. Slumdog Millionaire. The Social Network. Splice. Somewhere. Sorcerer. I know this one's going to be getting a Criterion release in, I think it's coming out in June or July, but I know it's going to be getting a Criterion release this year. Sorry to Bother You. I actually picked this one up recently. Haven't watched it yet. I know this one's out of print for some reason. A Star is Born, the 2018 remake. Stranger Than Fiction. Stray Outta Compton. Straw Dogs, the remake. I have the original on Criterion. Street Trash, the original. That's a fun one. I haven't watched the remake yet. Super. That's a fun one. Super 8. The Super Mario Bros. Movie. Meh, it's alright. Super Troopers. Classic. I didn't like the second one, though. I don't have that one. Suspiria, the remake. I don't have the original. Also haven't seen the original, but I have this one. I enjoyed this one. I gotta watch the original at some point. Suitable Flesh. Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. T2, Trainspotting. I have the first Trainspotting on Criterion, which we will get to. I actually thought this was a really good sequel. I actually liked it. While not as much as the first one, but I still really enjoyed it. I honestly thought it was a great sequel. Things We've Lost in the Fire. I picked that one up recently. Haven't watched it yet. Taken. Taken 2. The Taking of Pelham 123. That's the remake. I don't have the original. Tar. Team America World Police. Ted. Ted 2. The Terminator 6 film collection. It has all the Terminator movies. For some reason, I thought it didn't have the 6th one, but it does. Terrifier. Terrifier 2. I don't have Terrifier 3, but I will get this one. The first one's pretty good. I like the second one better. I don't have the third one, but I will get that one at some point. Tenet on 4K. That Thing You Do. 3,000 Years of Longing. I actually watched this one recently, and I actually thought it was pretty good. This Is the End. The Thing, the original. Top Gun Maverick. I have the first one on Steelbook. Titanic. T-Tain. Awesome movie. The Town, Toy Story 2, and Toy Story 3. I don't have the first one or the fourth one. I will get those eventually. I'm not in a big rush to getting the fourth one. I mean, like, come on, Disney. Did they really have to ruin the ending to the third movie with the fourth one? God damn you, Disney. Trailer Park Boys Countdown to Liquor Day, and Trailer Park Boys Don't Legalize It. I have the first Trailer Park Boys movie on DVD. I need to get the new one at some point. Turbo Kid, Tropic Thunder, Director's Cut, Tully, Tusk, that's a pretty weird one. Unbreakable, Underworld, Underworld Evolution, Underworld Rise of the Lycans, Underworld Awakening. I need to get the fifth one at some point. I like the Underworld movies. The first one's probably the best out of all of them, though. Oh no, I missed one. Under the Skin, Untouchables, The Untold Story, pretty crazy movie. Unstoppable, Usual Suspects, Up on 4K, one of my favorites. Up in the Air, V for Vendetta on 4K, Vampire's Kiss, Valhalla Rising from the director of Drive, VHS, VHS 2, and VHS Viral. I need to get the other VHS movies at some point. Violent Night, that's a fun one. Warrior, Warm Bodies. Oh, I should probably put that in the right one. It's The Warriors. That's a fun one. I like to get the I like to get the Arrow video release at some point. Watchmen, The Ultimate Cut. Waltz with Bashir. Way of the Gun. That's a good one. Westworld. Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. Whiplash in 4K. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. World's Greatest Dad. The Wrestler. Wide Arp. X. And the last one for the third row, You Were Never Really Here.
Alright, now we're on the fourth row. I actually had to help my dad with a couple things. So yeah, we're back now. Anyways, so continuing on, we got The Beatles, Yellow Submarine, Zodiac, and Zombieland. And now we get on to my boutique labels, starting with my Arrow videos. An American Werewolf in London on 4K. Audition, the very first Arrow video release I ever bought. Great movie, I love that one. Cinema Paradiso, I love that movie. Cruising on Blu-ray. I know Arrow Video recently put out a 4K release of this movie not long ago. Donnie Darko on 4K, my favorite movie of all time. So good. Don't bother with S. Darko because that movie was shit. Django on 4K. It also comes with Texas Adios, which I haven't watched. I've seen Django, that one was good. The Last Video Store, I love that movie. Shout out to Kevin Martin, who is the lead actor in the film, who I actually know in real life because I go to the real life video store that this movie was based on, named The Lobby. If you've been on my channel, I've talked about The Lobby and been there so many times in the past. I love The Lobby, such a great store, and this is such a great movie too. Anyways, The Limits of Control, Mallrats, Mute Witness on 4K, that's a good one. RoboCop, the original. 16 Candles, this one was alright. I wasn't a fan of that one. Southland Tales, I actually enjoyed this one. I know a lot of people didn't like this one, but I actually thought this one was pretty good. And the last one for my Arrow videos, True Romance, one of my all-time favorite movies. Definitely in my top 10. I fucking love that movie. And now we get into my Criterions. I have quite a bit of Criterions. I have almost 100 Criterions at this point because I love Criterion. 8.5. All About My Mother. Antichrist. Bamboozled, a pretty underrated Spike Lee movie. Just
Moving over a bit because I'm sitting on the floor right now. Continuing on, we got the Before Trilogy box set. It comes with Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, and Before Midnight. Really great trilogy. I like the first one the best out of all of them. Sorry if you can hear that. There's someone vacuuming right now. Being John Malkovich. Belle de Jour. Blue is the Warmest Color. David Lynch's Blue Velvet. Rest in peace, David Lynch. Blowout. Bottle Rocket, which was Wes Anderson's first movie. Brazil. I know this one's going to be getting a 4K release pretty soon. I love that movie. David Cronenberg's The Brood. The Celebration. I haven't watched that one yet. I got to get around to watching that one at some point. Come and See. Here's my favorite Cronenberg, Crash, one of my all-time favorites. It's in my top 3. Such a weird movie. I fucking love it. David Lynch, The Art Life, and we got a Dexter bobblehead right here. Dazed and Confused, The Devil's Backbone. I also have this one in the Sony Pictures Classics 30th Anniversary box set. Dress to Kill. Do the Right Thing. Dogfight. David Lynch's Eraserhead. And another David Lynch, The Elephant Man. Exotica. I actually watched this one recently. I actually really enjoyed that one. Eyes Without a Face. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Fantastic Mr. Fox. Female Trouble. How many times have I told you to play Car Accident Outside? Yeah, I like that one. That's a funny movie. Funny Games, the original. I also have the remake on DVD that I showed in my DVD collection video the other day. The Game. Ghost Dog Way, The Samurai. The Grand Budapest Hotel. House. The Irishman. Inland Empire. The Infernal Affairs trilogy. Lady Snowblood and Lady Snowblood 2, Love Song of Vengeance. Excuse me. The Last Temptation of Christ. The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Life During Wartime, which is the sequel to Happiness, which I have on DVD. I'd like to get the Blu-ray or the 4K criterion of Happiness at some point. Lost Highway on 4K, my favorite David Lynch movie. The Manchurian Candidate, which was actually the very first Criterion I ever bought, and this is the original movie. I have the remake on DVD. Memories of Murder. Mulholland Drive. Moonrise Kingdom. My Own Private Idaho. Probably my favorite Gus Van Sant movie. Great movie. Naked Lunch, another weird one from David Cronenberg that I really enjoyed. Night of the Living Dead, the original. The Night Porter. Paris, Texas. I love that movie. Same with this next movie, The Piano, one of my all-time favorite movies, and this is the 4K, by the way. The Piano Teacher. Pink Flamingos. Another John Waters movie. And here's another John Waters movie. Polyester, probably my favorite John Waters movie. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. Punch Drunk Love, Adam Sandler's best performance in my opinion. Raging Bull on 4K. Repo Man, awesome movie. Repulsion. Roma. Rosemary's Baby, which is out of print. Great movie. The Royal Tenenbaums. Rumblefish. Great Coppola movie. Rushmore. Sallow, or the 120 Days of Sodom. That's a fucked up movie. Safe. Another Cronenberg classic, Scanners. Secrets and Lies, really good movie. The Shape of Water on 4K. The Seventh Seal. Shaft, and it also comes with Shaft's big score. I need to get the third one at some point. Shortcuts. Sisters, which I recently picked up. Haven't watched it yet. Stalker. Straw Dogs, the original. Something Wild. Thelma and Louise on Blu-ray. Thief. The Thin Red Line. The Three Colors trilogy, which comes with 3 colors blue, 3 colors white, and 3 colors red. An amazing trilogy. The third one's the best. The first one's really good. The second movie's not as good, but I like the first one and the third one. I actually revisited these movies on New Year's. Really great trilogy. Let me just put this one back. Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. Trainspotting. Awesome movie. Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, one of my favorites from David Lynch. The funny thing is, I've actually seen this movie more times than I've watched the TV show. Yeah, I gotta rewatch the TV show at some point. I've seen this movie more times than I've watched the show. But yeah, I love that movie. The Virgin Suicides. Videodrome. Classic, Cronenberg. War of the Worlds, the original, not to be confused with the remake with Tom Cruise. Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown. And my last criterion, Yuta Mama Tamiyan. Really good movie. And now for my small collection of digibooks, we got 300, Ghostbusters 1 and 2, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I'll just leave that there for right now. The Tuskegee Airmen, I think that's how you pronounce it. And my only Grindhouse Blu-ray that I own, Cannibal Holocaust. I actually recently picked this one up. Have not watched it. I gotta be in the right mood to watch this one because I know this movie is very fucked up. I'll watch that one eventually when I'm in the right mood. And now for my collection of Kino Lorber Studio Classics. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Crybaby on 4K, great John Waters movie. Clockers, underrated Spike Lee. Cujo. Eastern Promises. Dogtooth, that's a weird one. Happy Birthday to Me. The Hot Spot. In Bruges or Bruges, however you pronounce it. Great movie. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 1978 film. Rest in peace, Donald Sutherland. And the last one for this row, Jungle Fever.
Alright, we are now on the 5th row of this shelf. And continuing off with my Kino Lobers, we got Summer Lovers, To Live and Die in LA on 4K, Thirst, The Minus Man, Mo Better Blues, Needful Things, and the last one for my Kino Lorber Blu-rays, Nosferatu, the original from 1922. Here's my only Massacre video Blu-ray that I have, Postal. Now onto my Scream Factories. I love Scream Factory. They always put out some good stuff, and I showed that Friday the 13th box set earlier in the video. 8mm, The Babadook. Body Parts, this is out of print, but I know Kino Lorber put out a 4K for this one a little while ago. That's a pretty good movie. Bones with Snoop Dogg, not a bad movie. Big Trouble in Little China, classic. Bubba Hotep, hilarious. The Burning. Candyman, the original. And Candyman, Farewell to the Flesh. Cat People, the remake. Child's Play, the original. Creepshow. Day of the Dead. Dead Ringers. The Dead Zone. The ice is going to break. Dog Soldiers, pretty good. That's a fun werewolf movie. Dr. Giggles, that movie is hilarious. It's more of a comedy, but yeah, that's a really fun movie. Drag Me to Hell, which I picked up recently. Haven't watched it yet.
The Exorcist 2, The Heretic. I actually don't mind this movie. I know a lot of people hated it. I honestly thought this one was alright. I mean, it's not as bad as a lot of people say it is, but it's alright. Here's Exorcist 3. I actually really enjoyed this one. Brad Dourif was creepy in this one. I think the original Exorcist and Exorcist 3 are the only Exorcist movies worth watching. You can just skip the rest. Moving on. Ghost Ship. The Hand with Michael Caine. One of Oliver Stone's first movies. Halloween 2 on 4K. That's the original. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Yeah, I like this one. I mean, so what if it has nothing to do with Michael Myers? It's a fun movie. The House That Jack Built. The Human Centipede trilogy. The first one's the only good one worth watching. The second one's a pretty messed up movie. And the third one's just garbage. Idle Hands. That's a funny movie. In the Mouth of Madness. Krampus. That's a fun one to watch around Christmas time. Misery. My Bloody Valentine on 4K. This is the original. Nosferatu the Vampire. I actually like this one the best out of the 3 movies. I don't have the 2024 Nosferatu, but I'll get that one day. I really enjoyed this one though. Nightbreed Director's Cut. I'd like to get the 4K of this one because that release has the theatrical cut. This is only the director's cut. The Poughkeepsie tapes. Phantom of the Paradise, awesome movie. Rabid, the original, and the remake. The remake's not that bad, but I prefer the original from Cronenberg. Raw, that's a good one. It's from the same director of Titane. Ravenous, one of my favorites, awesome movie. The Return of the Living Dead on 4K. Send more cops. That's an awesome movie. I actually revisited that one last weekend. Awesome movie. RoboCop 2. I don't have RoboCop 3, but I'll get that one day. Silent Night, Deadly Night. And Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. I have 3, 4, and 5 in the Vestron section, which we will get to in a little bit. The Serpent and the Rainbow. Session 9. They Live. I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum. Classic. The Tenant. This one's out of print, but I think it was Severin or Vinegar Syndrome gave this one a 4K release recently. I can't remember which one it was, but this release from Scream Factory is out of print. And the last one for my Scream Factory release, Trick or Treat. Awesome movie. Now we get into my Shout Factory releases. Adaptation. Great movie. Colors. Death to Smoochie. The Deer Hunter on 4K. That's a really good movie. The Handmaid's Tale. JFK on 4K. This is a really cool one. It comes with the theatrical cut, director's cut, and a shit ton of bonus material. I know they're giving this one a new release with just being the director's cut. But yeah, great movie. It's probably my second favorite Oliver Stone movie that I've seen so far, next to Natural Born Killers. California. M. Butterfly. Underrated David Cronenberg. The Pianist. Storytelling from the same director of Happiness. UHF, that one's funny. Valley Girl, one of Nicolas Cage's first movies he was in. Here's another awesome Nick Cage movie, Wild at Heart. Another awesome David Lynch movie. Probably Nicolas Cage's best movie. Well, my favorite movie with Nicolas Cage, in my opinion. That's a great movie. Surviving the Game. And Millennium Actress. And now we get into some of my G-Kids releases. Kiki's Delivery Service. My Neighbor Totoro. Princess Mononoke. Spirited Away. And Tokyo Godfathers. And now for my only Severin Blu-ray that I have. The Changeling. That's a good one. And now we get into my Steelbooks. 10 Cloverfield Lane, the very first steelbook I ever bought. Almost Famous, one of my favorites. Dances with Wolves, Death Wish, Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. I really like the artwork for this steelbook. It looks really cool. Easy Rider, Escape from New York. I don't have Escape from LA, but I'll probably get that one day, even though I hear it's not as good. Well, this one's stuck, but I'll just pull it out. Ghost in the Shell, the original, which you can see me on the camera because of the slipcover. And here's the live action remake of Ghost in the Shell. It's alright. Just stick with the original. This is actually from the same director of that shitty The Crow remake from last year. Ugh. The Godfather. The Godfather Part 2, my favorite one in the series. I gotta get a steelbook for The Godfather Part 3. Hopefully I'll find one day. Heathers. I love that movie. My son's a homosexual, and I love him. I love my dead gay son. Law Abiding Citizen. Minority Report. Natural Born Killers, my favorite Oliver Stone movie. Awesome movie. Nightcrawler. Perfect Blue. Ponyo, probably my favorite Studio Ghibli movie ever. I love that movie. Such a cute movie. Psycho, the original on 4K. I don't plan on getting the remake anytime soon. A Quiet Place on Blu-ray and A Quiet Place Part 2 on 4K. I don't have the new one, A Quiet Place Day 1. I wasn't a fan of that one. I thought that one was alright. I'll probably get it one day. Superbad, I love that movie. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. A very overrated movie, but a really fun movie to watch. I also really like the artwork on this steelbook. It looks really cool. Taxi Driver. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. Top Gun. True Grit, the remake. I have the original on VHS. The Wind Rises. The Witch. The Wolf of Wall Street on 4K. Zoolander. And lastly, the only TV show I have for my steelbooks, Chernobyl, a 5-part miniseries. I probably should put this one with my TV shows, but I'll just keep it with my movie steelbooks for right now. And now we get into my very small collection of Umbrella releases. Casualties of War. The Cook, The Thief, His Wife and Her Lover, and Possession. I love that movie. That movie is amazing. And now for my very small Vestron Blu-ray collection. Shivers, Cronenberg's first movie. Or when this movie came out in the US, it was titled They Come From Within. Kind of glad they changed the title for this one to Shivers, because that one sounds cooler. The Silent Night, Deadly Night collection with Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, Better Watch Out, Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, Initiation, and Silent Night, Deadly Night 5, The Toy Maker. And for my very small collection of Vinegar Syndrome releases, Fade to Black, and Killer Condom. As ridiculous as that movie sounds, this one is a lot of fun. I'll definitely get more Vinegar Syndrome releases in the future. And now we finish up with my TV shows, and we got starting with the whole series of Attack on Titan, Season 1, Part 1, Season 1, Part 2, Season 2, Season 3, the final season, Part 1, the final season, Part 2, and the final chapters with the last 2 episodes, which are very long episodes. Yeah, I loved Attack on Titan. Really good show. And we got Band of Brothers, the miniseries, and the Tin. I actually like the Tin release. The Tin release looks really cool. Banshee Season 1. I haven't watched this yet. I've been wanting to check it out for quite some time. I'll definitely give it a watch at some point this year. And I'll get the other seasons. There's 4 seasons of that. Better Call Saul Season 1, Season 4, and Season 5. I know, I'm missing Season 2, Season 3, and Season 6. I actually used to have the first 3 seasons on DVD, but then I got rid of them and I got season 1. I need to get season 2, 3, and 6 at some point. I just haven't gotten around to getting those yet. And then we move on to a classic show, Breaking Bad, season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, season 5, which is actually the first half of season 5, and the second half of season 5. Yeah, classic show. You can't go wrong with Breaking Bad. Alright guys, we are an hour into this video, but we're finally on the last row for this shelf, and we're going to be finishing this video off with the rest of my TV shows. Here's El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. I had to pull this one out because it was stuck, and yeah, I got that. Here's the complete series of Boardwalk Empire. Here's season 1, season 2, this one's backwards, season 3, season 4, and season 5. I love Boardwalk Empire. It's one of my favorite shows. The 5th season, probably not my favorite season in the series. It's also the shortest season. It feels a little bit rushed, but yeah, I like the last season. But I overall really like Boardwalk Empire, and I recommend it if you've never seen it. Cowboy Bebop, the complete series. The Deuce, season 1. The Deuce, season 2, a really underrated show. They never released the 3rd season on Blu-ray for some fucking reason, which kind of pisses me off, but it is what it is. Dexter, New Blood. I have Dexter on DVD, but I like the original series, but I'm planning to upgrade those to Blu-ray at some point. Game of Thrones, season 1. Season 2. Oh, that one's backwards. Here's season 3. Season 4. And season 5. I don't have I need to get the last 3 seasons. I'm actually currently rewatching Game of Thrones. As of this video, I'm currently on the 2nd season. I love Game of Thrones, but I hated the last season, but I will be getting the last 3 seasons eventually, and then I'll have the whole series. Moving over here, we got House of the Dragon season 1, which I really enjoyed. And I also enjoyed the 2nd season, but I don't have that one yet. I know a lot of people didn't like the 2nd season, but I thought the 2nd season was pretty good. I know some people weren't fans of it, but yeah, I liked it. Inuyasha Set 1. I haven't watched that one yet. I would like to check that one out at some point. The Leftovers season 1, season 2, and season 3. Really good show. That's a really great show. Lost season 6. The only season I have of this series. I will get the other seasons at some point. I have watched the whole series from start to finish, but I just don't. I only have season 6 right now, but I'll get the other ones one day. That's a great show. And here's the whole series of Mad Men, season 1, season 2, season 3, season 4, in a lenticular slipcover, season 5, 6, final season part 1, and final season part 2. Yeah, it's a classic show. Who hasn't watched Mad Men? If you haven't seen Mad Men, check it out. It's amazing. The Pacific miniseries in a tin, just like Band of Brothers. Really, it's not as good as Band of Brothers, but I liked it. Band of Brothers is better, though. Planet Earth, the complete series. Penny Dreadful season 1. Penny Dreadful season 2. And the final season. I actually like Penny Dreadful. I'm currently watching it for the first time. It's a great show. I'm currently on the 2nd season. I know there's another series called Penny Dreadful City of Angels. I haven't watched that one. I don't know if I'll ever watch it because I hear it's not very good. Anyways, Sharp Objects miniseries. Smiling Friends season 1. I don't know when season 2 is coming out. I hope season 2 comes out soon. I love this show. This show is hilarious. It's probably the best Adult Swim show there was in a very long time, in my opinion at least. Sons of Anarchy season 1. Sons of Anarchy season 2. Sons of Anarchy season 3. Season 4. 5, and 6. I'm missing the last season. I actually used to have this whole series on DVD, but then I got rid of it and upgraded these to Blu-ray, and now I just got to get the last season, and then I'll have the whole series. But yeah, I like Sons of Anarchy. It kind of gets a little carried away in later seasons, but I liked it. Soul Eater, the complete series. Spartacus Season 1, aka Blood and Sand. Season 2, Gods of the Arena, which is the prequel season. Spartacus Vengeance, which is Season 3. And Spartacus War of the Damned, which is the 4th and final season. I really enjoyed Spartacus. I think it's pretty underrated, in my opinion. True Detective Season 1, True Detective Season 2, True Detective Season 3, and True Detective Night Country, aka Season 4. The first season of True Detective is amazing. I actually watched it for the first time last year, and I fucking loved it. It was amazing, and I can totally get behind the hype train and say it's one of the best pieces of television ever produced. The second season was alright. I know a lot of people didn't like the second season, but I thought it was alright. The third season was pretty good, but it was nowhere near as good as the first one. But yeah, I liked it for what it was. And Season 4, yeah, I did not like Season 4. The pacing was all over the place. It felt rushed, and I get it was trying to be something different, which I do appreciate, but overall, I did not like Season 4. I honestly thought Season 4 was terrible, and it was the worst season of the series. I know the show got renewed for Season 5, so hopefully, let's just hope that's better. Anyways, Tosh.0 Volume 1, Westworld Season 1, The Maze, Westworld Season 2, The Door, Westworld Season 3 on 4K, and the last Blu-ray for this entire collection, Westworld Season 4. I loved the first season of Westworld. The second season was great too, but not nearly as amazing as the first season, but I still really enjoyed it. And it's a little dusty. I must have missed a spot. I was dusting my shelves before I did this video. Anyways, the third season was good, but it wasn't as good as the first 2 seasons. I know a lot of people didn't like the third season, but I didn't mind it. And Season 4, on the other hand, yeah, I did not like Season 4. I thought it was a big step back from the other seasons, and there was supposed to be one more season of the show, but then HBO canceled it because of the low ratings, which is kind of disappointing. I was kind of hoping they were going to renew it for one more season, but unfortunately that was not the case, so I guess we'll never know how the series ends. But yep, that's my entire Blu-ray collection.
Well, there you guys have it. That's going to be the end of this video. And, wow, that was a long video. And I hope you all made it to the end of the video. But if you didn't, then whatever. It doesn't really matter. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, comment below, and subscribe. And more videos will be coming out soon, so stay tuned for more. But anyways, guys, in the meantime, thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one, everybody. Peace. Bye-bye.